Great, we're on. A little difficult up there. I just ran upstairs and fixed the twilight zones and got them all talking. And of course we have 6 guests on, and they're all new faces. And here's an old face. Hey, Peter, how you doing? How you doing?
Pleasure, absolute pleasure.
And this is Peter Noto, and I've been seeing you in more magazines, more papers. What are you up to?
Doing a Time Warner cable thief commercial and print ad, which is in Manhattan and the 5 boroughs.
Right.
And I play a fellow that unfortunately hooked up a couple of illegal cable boxes in his house.
Yeah.
And there I am in front of the judge saying, honest, Your Honor, I didn't know. And it's great. It's been a 30-second spot, and I've gotten more publicity from that.
I know.
All the major things I've done before my career, this little 30-second spot. So
it's in the mail, it's in the halls, it's giveaways in the supermarkets, it's all over the place.
I'm having agents call me up saying, I've just seen your commercial, come on in. So I'm not complaining. And plus I was contracted for 1 year. So financially, I'm not complaining either, because
that's
it's
good.
Money. I can't complain.
Talking about money, we have 6 faces. Now, they're all available for TV, print, fashion, and advertising. 1 phone call to our New York office can help solve your exhibit needs anywhere in the country. And we have top talent, beautiful new faces. And like I said, I don't want to call you an old face, but you've been on here a while. How many shows have you done with me?
My hands are not getting very old. But, for myself, I think it's the 3rd or 4th time that I've been on your show. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is show number 700 for John King.
Yes.
I think that's an accomplishment.
Thank you.
It really is.
I do it. I get by, yeah.
You do it.
Now, let me show some of the faces will be appearing in Showbiz News, Model News, next issue. Now, if you're watching this show and you're going to use some of the talent, or you would like a free issue, if we can list this up as a free issue going out to anybody who's watching the show now, and they'll be able to give us a buzz at 683-0244, and you'll get a free issue in the mail. And if you need any of the models or talent, give us a buzz. Inside, it's all about the entertainment business. There's a couple of 100 agencies, ad agencies, producers, etc., that are helping these young faces and new faces get started. And like I said, 1 phone call to our New York office can help solve your exhibit needs anywhere in the country. And if we can get up just a little line there, it says free issue for the viewers. I wrote it down. Okay. Now, that's about it. Tell me a little more about yourself, what you've been up to.
Oh, it's just been a busy, hectic, go-go, non-stop schedule. A little while ago, a couple of weeks ago, had a chance to work on the new Dana Carvey show.
Yes.
They were doing a skit on the 1968 Republican Convention. So they had Dana Carvey, plus all the other semi-regulars on the show itself, all dressed up as Nixon. And I was one of the Republican supporters in the background, just egging them on. Yeah, come on, let's go. And we were shaking hands and shaking Dana's hand. And it was just really a great pleasure to work with a star of that magnitude. Dana Carvey, a short fella.
Right.
But, I've been doing this business a long time. But even when I meet somebody like that, it's like, whoa, there's Dana Carvey. And I get to see him eat and do things like that. So that was kind of neat. Prior to that, I did what is known in the business as an industrial. I did it for the post office, and I played Cosmo Kramer from The Kramer Show. It was based on a post office theme, but I was playing Kramer. So if I just took my hair right now and kind of just whipped it up a little, and, well, what do you mean, Elaine? I have no idea what you're talking about. It was based on that sort of idea, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And again, the craziest thing, they then begin to pay you money. And that's the part that I find very, very nice. Very, very nice.
Oh, yeah, when you start making money out of it.
Yeah, the money part. It's you get these checks in the mail, you get the envelope, you open it up, you pull it out, and sure enough, there's the check. It's incredible. That's what makes this country so wonderful.
Yeah, that's the reward out of this, is having people on and seeing them go out and get bookings for TV, print, fashion, and advertising. And
And also, you told me prior, you go, because thank you for calling me up on, it was short notice, but I was able to fit it into my schedule to be here today on the show. And John was saying there's going to be some very pretty girls on the show.
Right.
He's not
Where are they? Where are they?
He's not kidding when he says some very pretty girls. Ba-ba-boom. But you'll see them later. And an old friend of mine, Chairman
Steve is
here.
yeah, I'm looking at him. The lights are bright here at this studio, and I'm looking down the hall or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's Chairman Steve way down there, and he's sitting there. He's very alert, and he might do a poem about the models or the atmosphere of the office.
I think so. I think so. Because I saw him. He had looks like some papers, and I saw him saying something to himself.
Yes.
So I had that feeling he's working on that old-time magic.
He's quiet.
He's working on that magic.
And you see, he's very quiet.
Oh yeah.
When he's quiet, he's up to.
Oh, sure.
Steve has about
and you know the old lore,
600-700 poems out already.
The old lore in show business is when you see Steve very, very quiet, you know he's up to something. So when I got his eye and I knew he was deadpan silent, I said, "Whoa, he's gonna be working his magic today."
Yeah, and he's quiet today. He knows. He knows.
Oh yeah.
He knows. And
I feel like I'm his agent at this point.
Yes.
Chairman Steve, you know.
That's
Chairman
it.
Steve.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the man that needs no introduction needs another poem. So Peter, you were in Europe last year when I was interviewing you.
From like 93 to about 95, mid of 95.
Yeah.
I don't want to beat this baby dead.
Yeah.
Radio City Music Hall show, Jesus Was His Name, for about 2.5 years. It ran on and off, and I got extensively to work in Europe, up in Canada, the Place des Arts, down in Mexico, which was kind of fun, especially when you went to Acapulco. That was very nice. Then I also got to tour in the United States, which our own country is very beautiful. You know, you can go to Europe, which is amazing, and it's all old in the history of the world. But you have America, which is a lovely, lovely country. Now all of a sudden I feel like I'm a travel agent.
Yes.
Book a flight
this show has once you come on this show, you can handle 10 different careers.
But to quickly continue with that thought, it was a great experience. There actually is a rumor come September that they're going to be taking it to over to Portugal and Brazil. We'll have to wait and see. If the money's there, you maybe do it. But sometimes when you're out of the country, what it does, it takes you out of the market in the United States, and here in New York, being a New York actor, which is difficult. You know, if you're over, say, in Brazil, it's very difficult to go down to 43rd Street and have an audition, which is quite obvious, and that doesn't mean I have to repeat that again.
I want that guy. I see his photo in Showbiz News, Model News. I want him. You can't get him.
He's over in Brazil.
Yeah, right.
Let's call 163-272-8247 extension. So that's the good and bad about something like that. Yeah. But when it does happen, we'll make a decision. I'll discuss it with my advisors, and we'll take it from there. Because it does turn into a paid vacation, and you know, being a hardworking actor, I like a vacation too. You know, but. We'll see down the road, and I'll let you know what happens with that.
I hope so, yes.
We're talking September. We're talking October.
Here you are, here. You're in, on the second page here. Yeah. And you're a member of AFTRA, right?
American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, absolutely.
Peter's in the center here on page 2. And commercials now, are you up for any commercials new that you know of? Not to mention it.
Yes, I've the last slew of auditions. There are many commercials that I've gone on the audition, and I'm waiting at this point. I am up for a movie called, it's a strange title, it's called Scrambled Eggs, which I would play a boss of a prostitution ring, and I fall in love with basically an ordinary girl.
Yes.
Shooting of it begins May 20th and then goes throughout June. It's actually a very good role, even though I'm playing the part of a boss man of a prostitute ring. You know, it's very much along the lines, because I am in love along of a Al Pacino in as a Don Corleone sort of character, but on the sentimental side. It's not like being a killing and stuff like that. I'm not that involved with talking about women of prostitution and things like that. It's actually a very nice role, and I'm looking forward to doing that.
What casting calls do you like the best, and what casting calls do you not like the best?
Alrighty, fair question, a fair guy. Now he's going to get a fair answer. The nicest ones, when you get it from a top-notch agent, and you're sent down on the call, and you can tell the other people around you are very, very professional, and there's only maybe 3 or 4, and you go in there and you do your audition, and you're out. The type I do not like is when you go to the audition, and there could be maybe 80 people, and you have to sign this list, and you're like 37, and all of a sudden you just feel like one big piece of cattle because everybody's roaming around, and maybe a room that's about as large as this or even smaller.
Yeah,
and there's a slight bit of nerves because this is your job, and you want to come across well, and you have to wait now maybe 10 or 15 or 20 minutes, and everybody's just walking around a little. Hi, how are you? You don't really talk much, maybe a quick hi, and you're like cattle, just all just waiting for your time to come. That I don't like. That I don't like, because no matter what you did all prior to that, the moment you walk into this, you're just another kettle. But that's where the mindset of the business comes in. That's where it's a mental game. So you don't lose your concentration for that moment, those 15, 20 minutes. You have to just deal with that. So when you go up there in front of the TV or the TV or the camera like I am right now, all of a sudden, bingo, you just have to remain focused. And that's, to me, the key of this business. Is a lot of it's up in the mind, because everybody here is talented, a lot of good actors, but things throw you off, and that's, those few minutes, all of a sudden you lose your concentration, you go into your audition, and you lose it. Then you walk out saying, God, but I'm such a good actor. Why didn't I get it? Because you didn't stay focused.
You didn't stay focused, and maybe you tried too hard, or you
overthought the situation. Like you're socializing too much, or you're looking at this one and saying, God, look how good-looking that guy is, or gee, look how pretty that girl is, and all of a sudden you're losing your train of thought of why you're really there, the focus of the business.
Right.
But that's human nature, and winner take all, and you have to have they describe it sometimes as being like a killer. Which is a tough way to put it. But it's a very competitive business. I mean, this is a competitive business. So you have to go in there, just bang, zoom, and do it. Like a killer. Ooh, all of a sudden it's gotten so...
The eyes of a tiger.
The eyes of a tiger. You got it. Yeah, I have a tiger. Absolutely. Absolutely. And personally speaking, whenever I do anything, I always like to arrive and hopefully do it within 5 or 10 minutes. Because once I'm there and I have to wait, like even when I've done shows, a lot of times when you have to wait a lot before the show, nerves build up, and it gets a little too nervous.
Right.
But if you get there and bingo, get right out there and do it, it's a lot easier.
The show starts. We start at 11 o'clock here. I tell people to get here. Guess 10:45.
Right.
It gives them enough time just to get here and zap.
Now, there's a slight nerves doing this show, there's no doubt, but I got here a little earlier simply because you told me, and there's going to be a lot of pretty girls here. So I got here a little earlier, before 10:45, and John was right about that. And there's Chairman Steve.
Yeah, we can't miss Chairman Steve.
Chairman Steve, and I still feel like I'm being his agent at this point, but he's a wonderful guy and a good person, and
his poems are really becoming... Everybody reads the poems. Everybody that always gets 2 or 3 poems every issue of Showbiz News, Model News.
I know there's many times I'll be in the midst of a conversation, whether it's in this business or just with friends, and I'll be searching for something to say, and I'll say, gee, only if I knew a Chairman Steve poem right now. But, no, he's a great guy. And Steve...
He's like the Salvador Dali of the poets.
I'd say so. I'd say so.
He don't look like Salvador Dali, but he's one of... And
he's pointing at you.
I know.
I don't know what exactly that may mean right now, because he's been very quiet.
Oh, he's sitting... Now he's waking up. He was talking... I seen him talking to one of the models in the back.
Oh, yeah. I think you told him that pretty girls are going to be here.
Yes.
That always brings a rise in one way or another out of Steve. But anyway, boom. But no, I love the new studio.
Yes.
Love the
We're
new
working at it
studio.
here. We get used to it after 2 or 3 shows. You're at home.
I've been up here how long now? 5, 10 minutes?
Yeah,
I
and
feel
you
like,
feel like you've been doing 20 shows here.
I feel like I'm in my living room at this point.
Yeah.
And do you have any coffee?
No, after the show.
Coffee?
After the show.
It is early in the morning.
Yes.
And could use
Yeah, this
some
is
coffee.
an early. Well, we did the shows over on the west side. We did them early. We used to tape them. The only difference is this is
True.
live. This is out.
This is happening.
Yeah, what's today?
Right
Today,
now.
Yes.
Well, this is
The
like
ninth, yeah.
old time
Yes.
TV, right?
On the way over here, the traffic was jammed at 10 o'clock, and now it's moving along east side to west side.
Well, I took the subway, so I have no
Yes.
idea what the traffic was on the upper part of the ground. I was
Right.
only underneath the ground.
Yeah.
But no, this is live. This is like old time TV.
Yes, if you sneeze, it's
It's going to be caught. It's going to be caught.
Can't
So-
edit to this or this.
Nothing.
You know, if your hand goes there. Steve is going like this over there.
So, like, you see this hand right here? It's going over to one of the buildings in the background. There it is.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
right by
I
that
love this
building. You see?
background.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Did I drop my microphone? This is old time TV.
Yeah, I'm looking at somebody on top of this roof here. Don't jump. Stay there.
I wonder if I go really close with this, I'm going to throw off the sound man. He's going to go, my ears. But let me put this right back.
So, Peter, how's the agents in the, any new agents you're with now?
Freelancing
Yes.
tremendously. In fact, I went over the list yesterday. There's roughly about 12 different ones working in New York. And one of my philosophies about this business is contacts. Especially when you're really waiting to make your quote-unquote big break, whatever that may be. The more people you know, the more people that are using you, that's what you need. Because basically, the business is like you're a box of chocolates. You know, for that moment, boy, that tasted great. Taste is going away. Hey, look, there's another piece of candy. So the more people that know you and are using you, the better it is for you. Because if you rely on one or two, well, that's great, but you're relying on one or two. But if you you could have many people that have you and know your work and like you, you'll be getting calls every single day.
That's right. And as Peter's talking, there are enough agents right here to keep you busy throughout the year. Look at a list of SAG and AFTRA agents. They have, if there's a mother now watching with for her children agencies, she has the list right there. So these people keep you going.
Oh, sure. If I'm not mistaken, I think just agents alone, there's 120 agents, at least reputable ones. There's always smaller ones that aren't. But it's like you need just a constant flow. It's almost like, imagine you're a business and you want people to come into your store and buy things. Well, how do you do it? You do it by promotion. That means sending your picture. Occasional phone calls. I've never been that great on making a phone call. Because I know the business, they get a little touchy, and the last thing I want is somebody hanging up on me, because it bothers me, and I'm sure they don't like hanging up on people. So it's quick, you send your picture, you move on, you go on, you let them know what you're doing. Something major happens, you let them know, you go on, you're getting the calls, and all of a sudden the snowball effect takes place.
Patience and fortitude.
Absolutely, and just a constant belief in your talent. Rejection all the time doesn't mean that it wasn't you that you didn't get the part. It could be, boy, you acted really good, but gee, maybe the look just wasn't exactly what they wanted. They wanted more of the other guy or the guy and the gal that you're going to be paired up with. So there's so many different things that go into why you may get the job or why you don't really know. So you can't always say, oh God, I didn't act well, or second guessing yourself. It's quite difficult. You just never know. And sometimes things happen just like that. Some of the largest things that happened to me, like the Time Warner and that Radio City show, just to mention those two very quickly, happened like that. I sent out a picture, didn't even think of it. Next thing I know, like within 24 hours, these major things happened. And it always happened just super quick.
Okay, Peter. I want to thank you for coming on.
John,
and
pleasure.
it was great to have you back on at the new studio.
I love it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
And have a good week, and I'll let you know what's doing with the phones, okay?
It sounds great.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.